You're watching From the Heart with John Willard.
Hi friends, John Willard here, the gentleman poet, storyteller, and Naka contributor, back for another show and more bone-chilling truth. Friends, it's still spring in the Ozarks. If you can't load up and come here, then come. Take the journey with me. Fragrance of a spring day. Blue sky, white sun and rolling green hills. Remember, life is short. It's golden memories and dreams. Find time, make time, take time to love, to smile, to do something rewarding. Oh, the journey to significance when we add value to others. Life doesn't consist of years lived, but of its usefulness. Our focus must be beyond ourselves. If you are giving, loving, serving, helping, encouraging, and adding value to others, you are living a useful life. That's significance. Here at Naka, it's all about teamwork, mowing, washing dishes, whatever needs to be done. And co-owners, Lisa Sweet and Lori Porter also. No one here is better than anyone else. One definition of significance: we shall be of more value in the world, be happier ourselves, and make others happier. Friends, I did not grow up gentle or much enlightened. It took me a while to get it. We usually see things not as they are, but as we are. But it came to me. I don't need a statue to know love. I can feel it in my heart. I don't talk much about politics or news. My poems and quotes are in their own way a refuge. I recognize evil when I see it, and maybe that's why I like George Washington Carver and Martin Luther King Jr. quotes and poetry about love and understanding. In storytelling, we bring past, present, and future together in a way that helps us make sense of our lives. I believe I hear the best of who we are in these poems and quotes. CNAs try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud, and that's significant. Every life needs a purpose to which it can give the energies of its mind and the enthusiasm of its heart. When you are 80 or 90 and you're sitting on the porch rocking and looking back on your life, how will you feel about it? You won't have to answer to anyone or fulfill their expectations. Not your parents or your spouse or associates. What will you have done with the gift of life? The answer will be important to you then. So the question should be important to you now. The course of your life is determined by the relationships you form, the decisions you make, the actions you take. No do-overs. A study of 50 people in their late 90s were asked one question. If you could live your life over again, what would you do differently? Two answers kept surfacing from the people. One, I would reflect more. And two, I would do more things that would live on after I am dead. What a perfect description for the preparation for significance. These near centurions didn't wish for more money, power, or fame. They wanted to get beyond themselves and do something that mattered, boldly and purposefully. They recognized the value of a life given to significance. I had the good fortune of listening to basketball coach Nolan Richardson tell this story. Little Johnny walked into the drugstore and asked the druggist to use his phone to call Mrs. Johnston. Johnny called Mrs. Johnston, an elderly lady, and asked if she needed someone to mow her lawn. Mrs. Johnston said, "No, I have a little boy that mows my lawn." Johnny said, "I'll mow it $5 cheaper." And she said, "No, the little boy I've got does such a good job. I wouldn't change for $5 cheaper." He said, "Well, I'll do it $10 cheaper, and the first time is free." She said, "I appreciate it, but would never change. He does such a wonderful job." Johnny said, "Thank you, I understand," and hung up the phone. Overhearing the conversation, the druggist said, "Son, if you need a job that bad, I'll hire you here." Johnny said, "I don't need a job." Puzzled, the druggist said, "I don't understand." Johnny replied, "You see, I am the little boy that mows Mrs. Johnston's yard." Let me share this quote by Clarence Francis. You can buy a man's time. You can buy his physical presence at a given place. You can even buy a measured number of his skilled, muscular motions per hour. But you cannot buy enthusiasm. You cannot buy loyalty. You cannot buy the devotion of hearts, minds, or souls. You must earn these. This speaks volumes. I always say, you don't know how a horse will pull till you hook him to a heavy load. And when you get my age, people say, "Oh, gee, you look good." And I always say, there's 3 ages of a man: youth, middle age, and gee, you look good. I wanted to do a lot of things. Some I did once, and others were only dreams. Most are unrealistic now, but not everything. My imagination and my dreams may be a little worn, but now I have memories to share. I like to think I can still pull a heavy load. Heart is what separates the good from the great. Remember this, friends. Give not from the top of your purse, but from the bottom of your heart. I'd like to share this quote by Albert Pike. What we have done for ourselves alone dies with us. What we have done for others and the world remains and is immortal. I love that. The shape of significance. Here are some things that all people who achieve significance have in common. They strive for excellence. They do the small things well. They care about others. They constantly improve themselves. They give it their all. Life isn't significant except for its impact on other lives. Think on this, friends. When you were born, you cried, and the world rejoiced. Live your life in such a manner that when you die, the world cries and you rejoice. Friends, when you pursue significance for your life, keep these thoughts in mind. The journey to significance takes time. Pursuing significance will take you out of your comfort zone. And once you taste significance, success will never satisfy you again. Friends, I'm out of time. Remember, Nagi always said, when you're good to others, you are best to yourself. You can reach me on Twitter at JohnWillard47. If you want me to come to your event, well, I still have my dogs. You know how that is. Remember, it's not what we gain, but what we give that measures the worth of the life we live. Until next time, friends.